again, guys, you're watching Nino's product reviews. I'm your host Nino, and today we're going to take a look at the Ipega multimedia Bluetooth controller for various types of phones, including iOS and Android. Now on the back we see a picture of the device, and well, the way it looks, it's actually pretty nice. You know, I really like the way this device looks, so I'm curious to open it up and see if the appearance actually corresponds to the feeling when holding it, because it actually looks very high quality, especially if you consider the price at which it is being sold. Let me just pull it out and see what we got in that package first. So first thing, we have the controller itself, then we have a small manual, which is not bad at all. Actually, I've seen worse. And then it would appear that we have some kind of charging cable. Yep, micro USB charging cable. Okay, so let me just show you what's in the package roughly. There we go. It's not much, but it's enough. And the way I look at this controller, it's the matte finish, the buttons, everything looks really nice. I'm really impressed. The buttons are nice and clicky, the analog sticks move very well, the D-pad is okay, you know, so everything looks very high quality for a product that, you know, priced so low. So I'm really liking it so far. I really hope this turns out to be a good product, because it feels and looks like one in any case. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the rail where you're gonna be mounting your phone at, and I'll show you in a few seconds how that's done. Other than that, let's take a look at the cable itself. Standard micro USB cable, nothing really fancy about it. And then we have the manual. Now if we take a look at the manual, we will find out that most of it is in Chinese. There are pictures, but we also have English, so that's a good sign. Although generally it's always good to read it, but I will be showing you how to set the device up for the most standard usage, so that's not something that you will desperately be needing. Just keep watching. In order to set it up, the first thing we're going to need is the software, so go to Google and type Ipega Game Center eng.apk as shown on the screen, and you're going to click on the first result and download the APK. Then you're going to somehow transport it to your phone and install that puppy. Alright guys, so at this point we've downloaded the software on our PC. We gotta find a way to transfer it to our phone. What I've done is I've just sent it to myself via email, and I'm gonna install it straight out from my email inbox. There we go. Now while we're installing the software, I would like to remind all of you that you do not need to do anything with the gamepad at this point. Leave it off, don't touch it, don't try to pair it with your phone. You need to do some preliminary settings before you can actually go with the gamepad. So now I'm starting the software, and this is where things get interesting. Usually you get a specific message telling you to set up a special IME or something like that. It doesn't matter. If you don't get it, just go down to my device and go to set input method. Now if you did get that first message, you'll be here by default. So once you're in here, hold on, I've kind of forgotten how it was. Nope, not here, don't pay attention to that. Let me see where it was. Okay, default input method, choose keyboard, and you gotta select BitGames IME here. It's gonna warn you about stuff, just accept it. And then you're gonna confirm that it's selected. Here we go. So I'm gonna select it as the main default device, and again confirm it's there. Yes, it is. Okay, so now everything's done. Now we can finally pair the gamepad with the phone. So before I do that, I'm actually gonna hook the phone up with a gamepad, but by putting it up here, as you can see, this is a Note 3 with a hard case cover, so it's larger than the normal Note 3, and the Note 3 itself is pretty big. So that's something that proves to you that this device will hold pretty much any phone ever built. And that's good news. In any case, now we're gonna pair this puppy up. You hold the Y button and the home button at the same time. It's very important to hold these two for this to work. And we're gonna click add gamepad. There we go. So you can see it's already been detected down there. Once this searching ends, I'm gonna click on bind, and we're gonna get inside the testing software. In the meantime, I want to tell you that this software works automatically with many games, but some are not supported. For not supported games, you're gonna have to find a different way to make it work. There are forums, people know a lot about it. The supported games are gonna be set up pretty much automatically, and then you don't need to do anything except just start the game, and that's it. It's gonna work, and it's gonna work pretty nice, which I'll demonstrate to you in a few seconds. But some of them, as you start them, is just gonna behave like a keyboard, and it's gonna need a little bit more work to set it up. That's pretty much it. Now let's move on to playing a game and seeing how that works. Okay guys, so now we've set the whole thing up, and we want to play some Asphalt 8. And that's exactly what we're gonna do with the controller. So before we actually start playing, I'm gonna show you the options I have here. I just started the game normally by going back into the menu. I didn't close the other application, I just minimized it, you know, with my home button. And here you see in the controls, I suddenly have 3 options for controls. I've actually selected the one with auto accelerate here because that's what I like. So as long as you don't somehow kill the software in the background, it will be supported by several games, and it will be automatically adjusted. And as you can see here, I'm starting to play. It works very well. I'm having no trouble whatsoever and enjoying my game. I think it runs pretty sweet. It actually feels much better than having to hold the phone. The phone doesn't get warmer from your hands don't sweat from the screen, and etc, etc. So it's much better. I actually prefer this way of playing on the phone over any other. Of course, the question remains, are you gonna do this at home, or are you actually gonna carry this thing with yourself? I mean, if you got a backpack or something, this is absolutely not an issue. But you know, if you're just gonna be putting it in your pocket, yeah, that might be a bit of a pain in the ass because it's slightly big. But other than that, I'm actually really impressed with how well this device functions, how good it feels in the hand. You know, it feels like a quality device. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic. Just really, the buttons work well. I'm very satisfied with the whole thing. I was frankly very surprised at how nice this device is, especially given the fact that it is so ridiculously cheap compared to other controllers that I've seen, which are good quality, you know, because you got some shitty ones out there which are very cheap, but of course they're not good. This is actually a quality product, so I can really recommend it for everyone. You're gonna find the links to Amazon.co.uk down below the video, and you can straight out order from there if you like. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great time.